Hello everyone, welcome to my review and demonstration of this AEG 8000 series Lavatherm condensing tumble dryer. This is another appliance that was supplied to me free of charge from AO.com in exchange for this video and written review. In the course of this video I'm going to take you through the programs of this tumble dryer, show you how to empty the water container and the simple maintenance tasks you need to perform to keep this dryer operating efficiently. Okay, without any further ado, let's have a look at the control panel. When you first turn on the tumble dryer, you're greeted by this bright red LED display. The default setting on this machine is cottons, so if I was to dry a load of cottons, I can dry 8 kilograms at once, and it will take on average 1 hour 42 minutes to complete the cycle. That's if I don't adjust the dryness level. The main programs are selected by this easy to use dial, so all you have to do is turn it from cottons, synthetics, a mixed load, wool, silk, easy iron, bed linen, sportswear, outdoor wear and duvet. As you turn the dial, the display changes to show you the maximum recommended load and the approximate time to finish the program. So for example, when you select synthetics, the maximum recommended load is 3.5 kilograms and it will take on average 1 hour 13 minutes to complete the cycle. Eco mode is the default setting for all programs, but you can select quiet mode if you're using the tumble dryer overnight or you don't want to be disturbed. Quiet mode does take a little bit longer than the eco mode, but I've found it doesn't really make very much difference to the noise level of this tumble dryer. Refresh mode is a useful program that takes 35 minutes and is suitable for a load up to 1 kilogram. Refresh mode is used for clothes that you've had in storage. For example, when summer comes along and you want to start wearing your summer t-shirts, you can use refresh mode and give them a bit of a freshen up so they don't smell musty after months of storage. If you've got cheap overnight electricity or just want to delay the start of the program for any reason, you can use the delay start setting. So you can delay the start of the machine from 30 minutes right up to 20 hours. And finally, this AEG Lavatherm tumble dryer has a timed drying setting, so it overrides the sensor and you can select the time you require, anything from 10 minutes right up to 2 hours. I'm not really sure when this would be useful though, because in my experience of having a tumble dryer that you have to select the time yourself, you either select it for too long a time or too short a time. So for me personally, it's not a feature I'm going to use. I prefer to use the program times and let the sensor inside the machine do the thinking for me. This AEG tumble dryer has a nice large porthole for easy loading and unloading, and when you open the door, the internal light illuminates. This is more useful for when you're unloading because it stops you leaving the odd stray sock or pair of underpants in the drum. The drum is made of stainless steel, it's very smooth and it's got 3 baffles that help to distribute the laundry as it's drying. It also is a reverse tumble action on this machine, so it should avoid some of the tangling you get with dryers that only go one way. At the front of the drum you'll find the mesh fluff filter, which easily removes for cleaning, which you should really do after each load. There's a push button here, simply press that and you can open it out fully and remove any lint, fluff and hairs from the mesh screen. You'll notice you'll get quite a few hairs if you live with dogs or cats, because as you know their hairs get everywhere, but tumble dryer is quite an effective way of removing the hair from your clothes because you'll find it gathers in this mesh filter. So once you've cleaned that, simply close it up and pop it back in the machine. The only other maintenance you need to perform with this tumble dryer is to keep the condenser unit clean. That's located behind this flap at the bottom of the dryer and behind this door. Simply clean these fins with a dusting attachment of your vacuum cleaner about once every 6 months. If you forget to do it, there is an indicator that will illuminate on the display panel. You can also use the crevice tool attachment on your vacuum cleaner to keep this airway fluff free. Because this AEG tumble dryer is a condensing model, you don't have to vent a big bulky hose either through the window or through a hole in your wall. All the moist air collects in this container here, which you simply remove and empty down the sink. If, however, you have the suitable plumbing behind where your dryer is going to be situated, you can attach this included hose. So basically this will take away all the condensed steam and just drain it to an outside drain, so you don't even have to empty the container. Okay, I think I've shown you the main features of this AEG tumble dryer. It's now time to test it with a load of laundry. So I'll turn it on and put my laundry inside. The load I'm about to dry consists mainly of cotton items, so I'll be using the cotton program, and this allows me to put a maximum of 8 kilograms of laundry in. So just loosely place your garments into the drum, and I always find it's best to alternate large and small garments together. So put in a few shirts, followed by some underwear perhaps, and then I've got a long sleeve t-shirt, some socks. I think everything should fit into here. This has been washed in the matching AEG washing machine. If you want to see a review and demonstration of that, that's on my channel as well. So let's just bung it all in. I think it'll all go in, as I said. It is a large capacity 8 kilogram load. What I will say to you, it's best not really to mix synthetics and heavy cottons, for example. So I wouldn't put jeans in with this load, because jeans obviously will take a bit longer to dry than, say, shirts, and so you might find that your shirts are over dried because the sensor will still be detecting moisture in the jeans. So whereas you can wash jeans and t-shirts together, in my experience it's best to separate them when you dry them. So in we go. I've still got plenty of room. I will leave out these tracksuit bottoms a little bit heavier than the rest of the garments. That might slow up the process. I'll just dry those actually outside, I think. But there we go, that's my mixed load. All I have to do now is close the door and select the program. On the cottons program, the default drying level is set to cupboard dry, so I'll leave it at that and see how it performs, and it will take approximately 1 hour 42 minutes. All I have to do now is press the start button, and I'll be back when the load's finished. Let's get my laundry basket. Now I have to say, these will be fine if I was to iron them straight away, but this t-shirt feels ever so slightly damp. I think the shirts are fine, and surprisingly that isn't bad as regarding creasing. There's not very much creasing in that shirt at all. Got another shirt, a little bit more creased than that first one. It's a slightly different material. All in all, I think some of the items feel ever so slightly damp. I mean, well, it's not really damp, but not quite bone dry. If I want it drier, as you saw, I can select, you know, the plus dry or the extra dry. It's just a matter of determining what you wash and what you dry. In future, I think if I was to do a load similar to this, I'll probably select the plus dry function, and I think these will come out dry enough for me to put away. If you're going to iron these items, then they'll be fine to iron straight away. Well, that's about the end of my review and demonstration of the AEG 8000 series Lavatherm tumble dryer. Now, what do I think of it? Well, I think it's a very solid piece of kit. It seems very well made, just like the matching washing machine that I've also reviewed. I like the way it dries the clothes quite evenly. I've done several loads in this, including bedding, and it doesn't knot the bedding up like my old tumble dryer. You'd often find when you take the bedding out, in the middle it's still damp because it's tangled it up. It didn't seem to happen when I did a load of bedding in it earlier in the week. I like the fact that it's very economical to run. Being a heat pump dryer, it recirculates a lot of the heat, so this A++ for energy use, it means you can afford to really use a tumble dryer a lot more than you might have done in the past. All the programs are very useful. It's turned itself off automatically, and that will happen as well if you leave the machine on and you go out. I wouldn't recommend going out when you're leaving a tumble dryer on, no matter what the make, but people have busy lives. But when you leave the dryer on, it does turn itself off. The display does go out after a few minutes, as you saw. The programs are useful. I'll probably basically use cotton synthetic and synthetics most, although I have used the bed linen setting when I did my bedding, and when I come to wash my duvet I will use the duvet setting. So all in all, it's a little bit noisier than I was expecting. It's not too obtrusive, but if this is going to be in your kitchen, you might find it is a little noisy. If it's going in a utility or an outbuilding, that won't matter. But all in all, I'm pretty impressed with this AEG, as I was impressed with the matching washing machine. If you'd like to buy this, you can see it at AO.com, and thanks to them for sending me it to review. There's plenty of other models from AO.com. If this is not the one for you, you'll find plenty of different machines at different price points, and there's a lot that have got consumer reviews, so it'll help you make up your mind if this isn't a dryer that you want to go for. So until next time, if you've got any questions about this or the washing machine, please ask in the comments section below. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.